Hey Aaron, I'm Connor from Ireland. I really need your help with my heel flips. I can't keep my back foot from hitting the ground too early, and when I flick the board, it goes away from me. I would really appreciate your help. Thanks. You're welcome. Thanks for sending your video. I appreciate the work you put into it. Cool, so we got the ollie, pop shove it, front side shove, nice. Front side 180, good. We got a backside 180. Good, another ollie. It's amazing where you're skating. Some of these spots, I don't know who let you skate in there, but it's pretty incredible. I feel like if I skate in there, my parents would kill me. Not that, when I was a kid. Not that I live with my parents anymore. Cool, so your first heel flip, the flick looks actually really good. Your foot position looks fine. No problems there. Your back foot is back in that pocket. I really like that. The last two, you just under-rotated the flip. Under-rotated there again. It's interesting because in your thing in the beginning, you said you're having a hard time with your back foot. But it looks to me, in watching these attempts, it looks like you're having more of a hard time actually just fully flipping the board and causing it to fully rotate around. So let's see what we got here in slow-mo. Slow-mo always tells the tale. So your front foot flicks off, the board goes halfway, your front foot comes down, and then, yeah. Your back foot is definitely coming off the back. That's more of like a safety, mental, not fully committing precautionary thing than anything. Now that one, that was your best one. That did fully rotate. That was good. You were rather close, so I know you can do it. Just to run you through these again, you did most of these. I think you only didn't do the backside 180. It's riding basics, had ollie, frontside 180, backside 180, pop shove, front shove, and then the heel flip. And then after that comes the kick flip. So one more thing I wanted to go over just on all of these tricks. Every single day you practice, you should do them. That will help you out a ton. Just as you're rolling up, getting warmed up for this trick. Cool, so check out my foot placement. Like I said, very similar to yours. My back foot is back in that back pocket. My front foot is just barely hanging over. I can feel like the concave of the board, like right where my big toe starts to connect with the main part of my foot. So stand still, practice this motion with your foot right here. It's kind of interesting which part of your foot and your shoe actually flicks off of the edge. Sometimes I kind of think of it more as the part of my foot that's doing the ollie, even though that's not the part that actually ends up flicking, but it just kind of feels better for me to think of it like that. And then I always think of my front foot as like kicking off the front of the board, also similar to an ollie. But obviously you can see it kind of comes diagonally off. And my heel right there is in contact with the board, and then my front foot flicks up, and that's what causes that heel flip rotation, which then sends the board around. My back foot is going to be there waiting for the board, boom, and landed. Cool, so the steps that I want you to do is I actually want you to purposely step off with your back foot. I don't purposely think that that's a problem. I think that the under-rotating of the board is a much bigger problem. Because right now, even if you did manage to get your back foot back on the board, you're only flipping it halfway, so that's obviously not going to work. So what I want you to do is flick the board, purposely step off with your back foot, and practice the flick. I want you to be able to get that board to flick around every single try. Every time you do it, I want that board to flick and spin the full rotation, and then you can land it just with your front foot only. And that's with stepping off your back foot. Now you can do that in two ways. Either you can step off the back like back off the tail, or you can step off back like behind you back. I kind of recommend stepping off back towards the tail so you can practice throwing the board more out in front of you while still keeping it underneath your feet. So yeah, do that a ton. And then once you got that, here's what really tells the tale. Do the flick, step off purposely with your front foot, and then let your back foot land on there. But you still want to have your back foot in the air and try and catch it, like right there. Stop the rotation with his back foot. And that's what you're going to do. So in that step, you're going to practice catching with your back foot. And then from there, you're going to just put it together. And when you get to that point, you're going to have to go, I'm not going inside till I land this. And I don't care if it's hours, but you'll land it. But actually, if you say that to yourself and then really fully commit, you probably land it in 5 tries or less. So that's my suggestion to you. I think you got this trick. I think you're super close. And yeah, for any of you guys looking to master skateboarding fast and never get stuck on any parts of it, because that's where skating gets no fun, definitely check out the Skateboarding Made Simple series. There are 4 different volumes. The first one covers the basics of flat ground, then there's manuals, ledges, and the basics of skate parks. Thanks a lot for your guys' support. You guys are the best.